Hello everyone, it's the Black Shadow here. Hope you're all keeping yourselves lovely and well. It is Sunday, November 21st, a day that will go down in my life as one of just pure rest and recovery of what has been a pretty crazy week for me. All sorts has happened, but it's generally been pretty good though, so there we go. Anyways, need to let you guys know of what's going on the channel, both on the YouTube and the Twitch over the course of the next few weeks, as well as a look ahead into what's going on in 2022. Obviously, I'm still living this life of kind of having to adjust a little bit to the changes that I've had to deal with over the past few weeks or so. It has definitely been a difficult balancing act, trying to continue sort of reasonably regular uploads for YouTube, especially of bits and pieces. It has been a challenge. I make no bones about it at all. It's the way it goes sometimes, but things are kind of falling into place now, and other stuff that I've got on the side is gradually being sort of phased out. So it's all working itself out. It just is what it is. So as things stand currently, so lately, as far as YouTube's concerned, we have been kind of focusing, I've been mainly focusing on getting up the various uploads from September and October up onto the channel. So you're talking about, obviously, our runs from, like, the Resident Evil 3 mods, Lord of Necropolis. We did our 10-year anniversary stream a couple of weeks or so ago, having a nice run back through Resident Evil 1, enjoying members of the channel, which was a lot of fun. And then I completely forgot it was actually on the channel, and it was ready to upload for like 3 weeks. I just forgot to do it. The Final Seed run we did for Resident Evil Remake. I called it that because, like, sitting here, I don't have any particular intentions to return to Remake Randomizer, at least far as 1 is concerned, but never say never. Things happen. And to be fair, it was not a bad run to finish off on as well. As far as local series is concerned, it has been a lot quieter. Again, I've had to kind of get through all the adjustments, everything else is going on. And I have been trying to make a push to get War of the Chosen finished, which is almost very nearly done. We are now basically, having now taken out the Warlock, we're basically ready to complete the game. Or at least have a crack doing so with the last 2 missions. The plan is to get those recorded either tomorrow, being Monday, or if I don't manage Monday, then I should manage it Tuesday. And I do want to get the rest of this series uploaded and done by the end of this week, because it has been a good run and I've enjoyed it, but it has suffered greatly from the change of circumstances that I've had, and like the last sort of quarter of this game has been very stagnant trying to get it out, and that's obviously not great. It's the way it goes sometimes, you know, it just is what it is. So, and I do want to get ahead, moving on to other bits and pieces, because I do want to keep doing the local recordings. I do enjoy them. And we have a series that we need to return to, which we haven't done for a couple of months. And I did say I would continue on with, and that is exactly going to be the plan. And that is going to be the ClockTower games. Obviously, we did the ClockTower 1 sort of remaster for 97 for the game out in 95 for the NES, and then we delved into the PS1 ClockTower for 1996, which was a incredibly wacky and eccentric game full of bizarre characters and all sorts of stuff going on. And yeah, it was crazy. It was funny. It was great entertainment. I really enjoyed it. But my goodness me, what a bizarre game it was. Though it definitely had some fun moments, not gonna lie. I did say I want to have a delve back into more of the Clock Tower series. I think, scheduled to do a podcast on the Clock Tower series in the next week or two anyways, so I do need to get back into that. And it'd be a nice way of kind of playing this and kind of letting that sort of phase out sort of the rest of the year as far as YouTube's local recordings are going. I can't do multiple series at one time on YouTube at the moment. It's just not possible. So I've got to choose one thing to do. And Clock Tower was entertaining. It was pretty well watched too. It featured cameras as well, because it was that sort of style of game. And very likely the cameras will be back on for that. So as far as like upload schedules for Clock Tower, I'm going to be aiming for, like, probably, say, 3 videos a week, I think, for the local stuff. I think anything beyond that is a little bit unreasonable, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it. So 2 to 3 parts a week is the rough plan. Obviously, you've got to adjust for some variance, but that's the idea going forward. So at least you guys know roughly what to expect. I'm not going to even bother putting up like specific days. Every other day, roughly, call it that. Yeah, good. And then as far as that's concerned, that will obviously just run us through to the new year, which will be fine, at which point I'll then kind of reassess the situation. We'll go from there. A lot of the Twitch streams, sort of the mainer ones, are still going up as well onto the channel, although not too much at this physical moment in time, which brings us actually quite usefully to Twitch. So yeah, the Twitch channel. It's seen some activity over the past couple of weeks or so. It's been a little bit fettered here and there, mainly because I've had a few Saturdays where I've been busy working, so I haven't had very much opportunity to record, and then Sundays come and I'm kind of wiped out and whatever else, so it is what it is. The most recent thing we did do was the next goal in the September goals that were won over on the Twitch, which was our attempt to knife the Resident Evil 0 Bat Boss to death. It's the only thing we've not been able to do in any of the knife runs that we've taken on, and we were not successful, unfortunately. We came... I don't know how close it was at that one run for everyone that was there, but we reckon maybe a couple of stabs away from actually beating this boss, and it just goes to show how ridiculous a fight it is to even contemplate taking on the knife for so many reasons. Some obvious. It flies. It has dudes. It's really hard to hit. And some not so obvious, which are kind of more mechanical reasons. The fact that when you go to aim in this game, there's no, like... some Resident Evil games started off at the very start. When you aimed, you just aimed ahead of you. And then it became a case of, like, you started locking on to nearby enemies. Resident Evil 3 obviously had... Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, I should say. You could either aim onto an enemy, or you could press like R2 or whatever, and you'd aim to the nearest sort of object you can shoot if there is one, or use it as a free aim. Resident Evil 0 does not have that. It's got lock on, and that's it. So when you've got all the little bat dudes around that are usually closer, completely messes with you. So yeah, but to have gotten as close as we did in the one run that we managed, I think was pretty good. I thought it was be just 4 hours of us getting annihilated, but we were fairly competitive and nearly beat it once, if not twice. So I'm pretty happy with that. It was a good effort. It's probably one of those situations where if I was just willing just to put hours and hours and hours into it, I would eventually beat it. And I'm fairly sure that I would eventually beat it. I don't exactly have 20, 30 hours just to spend doing the same goddamn boss fight. It's not necessary. We made our point. We had our run. It is what it is. So, as far as some of the bits that has been kind of, again, a little bit on and off. And I have been trying to focus mainly on sort of tackling bits and pieces as far as stuff that was won with the request. Because, of course, they get the priority. Which brings us to what is going to be coming up next for Twitch, and that is going to be the return of the Resident Evil ROFL Raffle. We're 11 or 12 games in. We've still got about 30 odd to do, and I wanted to take just a little bit of a break from it. Not completely burn ourselves out on the raffle, because it's great and we all enjoy it. The plan is we're going to be resuming this next Sunday, so that is Sunday the 28th of November, and the intention is to do it every Sunday evening until we beat all the games. So yeah, you're looking probably 5 or 6 streams of them. It'll run us through to the new year. And of course, you'll see, I'm sure, all the usual suspects, myself, obviously. I'm sure you'll see the likes of Legal and Azumi. Azumi literally just put up a video, like yesterday, detailing like the world record efforts for various, especially like decisions, like the history of the world records, because he has the world record on all the difficulties. I think bar easy or something like that. I can't exactly remember, which is again completely insane. But it's always fascinating to me, someone like him who still plays the game a heck of a lot, in delving into something like this, where obviously he's got a lot of experience like myself. But it's very tailored, if you will. So it's always good entertainment, and we'll kind of rock on from there. And then the plan is there might be some bits and pieces I'll do on the Saturdays. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But I do know what we are going to be doing beyond that. And looking ahead to 2022. I want to wait until I've finished the ROFL Raffle. I don't want it overlinking because it's just going to be a bit too much stuff. And that will be the next goal in the September rewards. That was won by the channel. One that I know there are some people, especially on the Discord, that are heavily looking forward to. And something that I honestly thought I would never do in my entire life. we are trying out Fortnite. It was one. Again, huge thanks to BB for the really crazy video he did of like mixing all sorts of videos, bits and pieces of me to make it look like it was a good solid 20-minute video of like making it seem like I was one who's playing Fortnite. It was really, really cool. And I did say thanks to that I would give a spin of this, and it was one in the rewards. So the plan is, as I've said before, I will play this game until we win a victory royale, but I only guarantee one, and that's it. I don't know how long that's going to take. It could be 5 games, it could be 50 games. Who the hell knows? But I will play this until we win at least one game, which I'm sure is going to cue some stream snipers trying to prevent that from happening, I'm sure. But like, I think this should be pretty entertaining, and it'd be something completely different. My history of battle royale style games are Fall Guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But it should be good entertainment. So the idea is we'll be kicking this up probably January 2022, having to delve into that. If we do if we got one win, like fluke win, like super early, I'll probably do a little bit more. And it's very possible I might actually kind of enjoy this and might want to continue playing more of it. I've not decided yet. We'll see how things go. But it's a weird world I'm entering in 2022. Jesus H. There are, of course, other bits and pieces that are looking to be developed on the side. We do have the randomized runs for Resident Evil Remakes 2 and 3. They were also one of September goals. And, like, the rough plan for that is probably, like, late January, February 2022. I think it's realistically going to happen before that, because obviously I want to do all these, but we have got other bits and pieces I want to do on the side as well, both on the YouTube as well as on the Twitch. There's a couple of series that I want to look to crack into, maybe even over the course of Christmas. We'll see kind of how things go, but that's the rough plan there. And also, God willing, as things currently stand, I'm actually going to be in the United States for a few weeks at the back end of March going into April as well. That's, of course, assuming that the world doesn't fall apart in that time and that I'm, of course, still alive. I do plan for both of these things to be the case, though I have a lot more influence over one of those issues than I do over the other, so you know how it is. So there is that. We obviously do as well have the rolling goal as well. That's kind of carried over from September and October. That is to do live stipulation runs for Silent Hill 1 being melee only, Dino Crisis 1 being handgun only, and we're going to see if it's even remotely possible to do a handgun only run on Resident Evil Gaiden. My gut feeling says this is impossible, but we're going to bloody well try it. So we'll see how things go for that. And it obviously depends on when we hit the goals for that. We're actually really, really close to hitting the goals for that, which is like insane. There was some really, really generous donations in the October anniversary, and we hugely appreciate it for as well. So once we hit the goals for that, I'll kind of look to schedules, bits and pieces, but they're likely going to be sort of late spring going into the summer. We'll start probably tackling into those games. I can't see it being before that. Again, who knows? It's one of those things. We'll see how schedules work themselves out. But yeah, other than that, that's more or less how things stand at the moment as far as the channel goes. I'm assuming, as always, there's bits and pieces that I'm forgetting. If you want to believe those NVIDIA GeForce leaks, then Resident Evil Outbreak's remake is meant to be coming out in beginning of March. How much stock you want to put into that, I don't know. That's completely up to you. But we'll see how things go, and if that does come up over close to the time, we will do a video and we will talk about it. I can assure you of that. Anyways, have yourselves a good evening, everyone. As always, if you want to keep in contact with myself, you can do so via the Discord server we have. There's a link in the description below. We have the Twitter sphere at BlackChannel993. We even have a Patreon. If you have no other use for your hard-earned money dollars, you can definitely throw them my way, and we'll try and keep the channel going. That's the rough plan of that thing. So thanks for your company, everyone. Take it easy. If I don't see you before for whatever reason, have a good Christmas and all the rest of that. And yeah, take care of yourselves, kids. I'm sure I'll see you soon.